And in whatever position you want to be in, just allow your eyes to close or your eye gaze to soften. And breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Exploring the space in your body. And being completely here, completely in the moment. Trying to keep your attention solely in your breath. Sometimes it can stray quite easily and quite quickly. So if it helps, count your inhalation for a count of 4. And as you exhale, just allow it to become longer. And then with each exhalation, just allow a little bit more of your body to let go and relax. Maybe start with your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your chest, your back, your hips, your thighs on the front and then on the back, the lower part of your legs and your feet. Now imagine that your body is getting heavy. But your breath feels really light. And just observe how your body is feeling right now. Any sensations that may be arising. Notice your state of mind. And then let it all go. We don't need to think about that at all anymore. We just need to focus on the moment, the feeling right here, right now. As you come into your physical body and begin to make gentle movements. If you're seated, make your way down onto your back. Place your feet on the floor, inner thighs together, take your arms out wide. And then we're just going to begin. We're just taking some gentle rolls of the hips, side to side. Again, gluing the whole of the inner edge of the leg and the feet together. And then holding the top part of the rib cage down. So we feel the rotation around the lower back and the hips. Then you can choose to stay there or lift your feet off the floor and continue to roll side to side. When you've done both sides an even amount, stop in the center, place the feet down to the floor, and then lift your arms up. You're going to clasp hold of the hands, and then roll the shoulders. Now rolling your rib cage really side to side. Now here you're aiming to keep your legs still. So if you find that your hips are wobbling, take your feet wide and keep the knees together. And that will give a sturdier base. You can lift your head off the floor as well. So this way you'll feel the rotation more through the thoracic, so the upper part of the spine. When you've done both sides evenly, draw the knees in towards the chest and find happy baby pose. So here we're stacking the ankles just above the knees. Then hold on either to the feet, to the calves, or hook the arms behind the backs of the knees. And just have a little rock side to side. The whole time trying to lengthen your tailbone down to the short edge of your mat so your back stays long. And allow your legs to open. You can keep your knees bent or straighten the legs completely, your choice. And then just flex the feet, aim your toes down towards the floor and your heels up towards the ceiling. So you find a gentle stretch through the inner thigh. Hands can place gently on top, just to add a little bit more guidance down to the floor, or if you wish to, place your hands underneath for support. Take 3 more breaths here. Just trying to soften through the inner thigh, through the hips, through the spine. And then slowly bring your legs in towards the middle of your body. Again, have a little hug. And then you're going to roll over onto your front. Create a 90-degree angle with your arm. So this angle, I'm going to do the other side. And then use the other arm just to help guide yourself over onto the side of your body. So here, the aim is to feel the stretch through the chest, maybe through the shoulder. If this feels too much for you, instead of having your arm in a 90-degree bend, have your arms straight, and then that'll make it a little more gentle. So just work with what goes for you. If you want more top leg, bend and then slide your foot around towards the back of you, opening the hip. You do not have to add that bit in if it doesn't feel right for you. And if you feel any compression in your lower back, just slide the foot down away from your hips more. Now, as you breathe, as you inhale, see if you can spread your rib cage really wide. As you exhale, try and soften your touch with the ground. And again, tune into that feeling that your body's getting heavy. Take 3 more breaths here. And then you change sides. So turning the top leg, if it's bent, back onto the other leg, rolling gently onto the floor. And then swapping the hands around, swapping the arms around. Now here, just make sure your shoulders are drawn down so that they're not shrugged up. And you're welcome to play around with your position until you find what works best for you. You should never feel any discomfort. A little mild discomfort, maybe. But never pain. It should never feel unbearable at all. Okay, notice the movement of your breathing. The lightness right into the edges of the rib cage. And the heaviness of the exhale as you let go of muscular contraction, you let go of stress, worry, concern. Take 3 more breaths, exploring that space. At the end of those 3 breaths, gently roll yourself back onto your front. And then you're going to make your way up into a seated position. So here, I'll give you several options. If you've got cushions around, you may need these, may need it for a little bit more comfort. So you're going to tuck your toes under broken toe pose. Sit back onto the heels until you feel the stretch through the soles of the feet. At the same time, gently draw the heels in towards each other, or just play around with it and feel where your feet need to be for the deepest stretch for you. If that's too intense or it's uncomfortable on your knees, place a cushion underneath for a little bit more comfort. Or you can be sat higher, so you don't need to have your bum down to your heels if it's too intense there. So just play around with what feels right for you. And then at the same time, you're going to lift your fingers. You're going to place your hands gently onto the back of your head, and then tuck your chin, and then just let your head hang down. So it's almost like we're rolling through the very top part of the spine. Now your hands are here, just to add a little bit more weight to intensify the stretch along the back of the neck. If that's too much, you can remove your hands. Just allow your elbows to hang as if they're trying to pull you down towards the floor. And then hopefully you can feel that in your upper traps. So the very top part of your back leading up into the base of your skull where it attaches. You just want to make sure that we don't feel like we're pushing the head down at all. It's just a very light touch with your hands. How are your feet feeling? Embrace the mild discomfort. Now here, as you return your head back up, just lightly push your head into your hands to create a little activation in the back of your neck. And take your time. Gently release your hands, come up. Now this bit is going to feel quite tough. Untuck your toes, bring your feet flat down to the floor. And then this time just sit your bum back. And this, you can lift your knees up off the floor to deepen the stretch down the front of your shins and the top of your feet. Again, if that's a little bit too much, a little cushion underneath can provide a little bit more support, or a cushion underneath your bum as well. That can make it feel a little easier or a little less intense for the challenge of lifting the knees off the floor. Yeah, it's a stretch for the front of your shins and the front of your ankles. Don't worry, we won't be here for long. Also gently come up. So here now, I'm just going to drop your hips down to the right side. So your feet are not underneath your bum. They're just gently to the side. Take a little side bend, reaching the right arm up over towards the left side. Draw the front of the rib cage in. Relax the shoulders. If that's feels really uncomfortable, again, you can adjust your leg position. And then gently lower the arm. You're going to take your left hand to the outer edge of your head. And then just gently pull, well, not really pull, just tilt your head down to your left shoulder. And you can alternatively turn your chin and your eye gaze down to your left armpit. Your right arm can then reach out to the side to feel the stretch travel through the outer part of the neck. Yeah, today it's going to be a little bit of everything. Now you can adjust your hand position, you can adjust your head position, just work out what you need to feel this down the side of the neck. Gently push your head into your hand to return back up. And we're going to swap round to the other side. So spin your feet round, take a sit on your left butt cheek. Left arm is going to reach up and over into the side bends. And then just gently edge your left hip bone down towards the floor, and your left rib cage grows away from the rest, from the lower body. Amazing, gently lower down. Take your right hand to the outer part of your head, tilt your head to the right side. Adjust your left arm, play around with where it feels nice, maybe a little bit in front, maybe a little bit behind. Again, feel free to turn your chin down to your right armpit. Press your head into your hands to return back up. Awesome. Take your hands behind your back and your legs out in front. You're going to cross your right ankle over the top of the left knee. So here we're searching for that stretch through your glute. You can walk your left foot in closer to your bum, or walk your hands in closer to your bum, or both, whichever one works for you. You can even pick your bum up and slide it forwards to the foot. So just find the place which works for you. Aim to keep a long spine, relaxed shoulders. You can have a little rock from side to side if it feels nice as well, with the hips. Or stay completely still. I'm going to turn this into a little slow flow. Turn your sole of your right foot, drop it down to the left side. Then take your right arm up and over. Now you can keep your hips down here, or you can gently lift your hips away from the floor and feel an eager stretch down the side body. Gently return the hips back to the floor, hands behind your back. Roll back to the center. Good. Now readjust your position if you need. Maybe walk your chest in a little bit closer. Draw the belly in to help you come high and forwards. Now this time you can take a look if you wish first. We're going to go back down to the right side and then either keep that bottom leg down, lift the hip, or slide the leg out so we're almost in a side plank. But here you get a deeper stretch around the outer part of your hip and maybe the underside of your body, and then gently lower back down. Cool, so if you didn't go there, we're going to go again anyway, right now. The chest presses forwards towards the shin. Roll over to the right side. Sweep the right arm up, find your position. Any one of those three positions that works for you. If you're into more of the side plank one, push into the ground from the side of your rib cage. Gently lower the hip back down. Hand behind your back. Come back to the front. So just remember if you've done that 3 times now or 4. And then we'll do one more. Walk your chest in. See if this time you can get even closer. Being a deeper opening through your glute. And then allow the foot to fall to the floor. Sweep the arm around. Take a big breath in. If you're going for the plank, push down through the outer edge of the foot. Lift the side of the weights. Gently lower back down to the floor. Return to the front. And then uncross the leg and cross the left ankle over the right knee. Now you may find that one side feels slightly tighter than the other. But hopefully with a few reps, you'll all feel a little bit looser. So again, if you need to, you can have the front foot a little bit further away and then bring the chest forwards. That can make it a little bit more accessible if it is feeling really tight or you're struggling to keep your back straight. A few little rocks side to side. Gently lower the foot to the floor. The first one, you just go down, lift the left arm up and over, feeling the stretch to the side body. There's no right or wrong here, just explore it. And then return the hand back to the floor, come back to the center. See if you can deepen your pose this time. Can you like hear my oven keep making sounds? No, all good. It feels really weird now it's stopped. Silence in the room. Right, let's drop the foot down to the sides. This time, if you wish, press down onto the shin of the right side as you lift the arm up. Keeping the knee down to the floor. And then gently lower hip down, come back to the front. Walk your chest in, walk the bum to the foot. Whatever works for you. Now this stretch is great for your glute max and your piriformis. And then when we go to the side, it targets more your glute medius and minimus. The ones which edge around more onto the side of your hips. And also your obliques, QL. All right, so this time, if you wish to, elongate the right leg, flex the foot, then lift the hip, or pick one of the first two options. Take a breath in, extend the reach of your arm. As you breathe out, gently lower your hip to the floor, come back to the front. Yeah. Walk the bum in. Like a little wibbly wobbly. It looks quite funny, like everyone's little pictures are just rocking, so I'm just like. I've lost count how many you've done. Roll over, extend the leg if you're going there. If not, just stay on the floor. Reach the arm, push the ground away with your left foot, with your right arm. Gently lower to the floor. If you did 4 last time, because you were watching me do the final option, then you might want to stay here instead of going, unless this side's tiring, you might need to spend a little bit more time on it. It's up to you. Or we do one more. You choose. Yeah. Take a breath in. Feel strong and open. Revolve the chest up to the ceiling. Get the stretch move onto the side of the armpit. Then gently lower back down to the floor. Awesome. Now this time, you're going to straighten your right leg out. Take the sole of the left foot to the inner thigh. And then here you can adjust your position so you move your right arm to the back a little. And first we're going to take a little side bend. So left arm reaches up over towards the right toes. It's not a race to reach down to the floor, but more focus on this rotation of the torso. So you're turning the chest like this. So it's better to have the arm higher and stay facing the side than it is to turn, because then you're not getting that true opening through the side. Windmill the arms. So you're taking in this time left hand to the back, right arm is going to lift up, and then you can choose to stay here with the bum to the floor or press the hip forwards, round the chest into a baby wild thing, and then return back to the floor. Then this time we are going to turn the chest square to the leg and then reach forwards. So here you can bend your knee as much as you wish. If your hamstrings or your lower back are tight, relax your shoulders. Think about your heart edging forwards towards the tips of your toes, rather than trying to bring the chest down to the thigh. Windmill the arms around to the back, so left hand onto the floor, right arm reaches up and open. Explore this, maybe turn the chest to the ceiling more, squeeze your bum and press the hip further forwards. Gently lower back down. Now this time, you're going to turn your chest, so we're going straight forwards here. And this way we get more into the adductors and the hamstrings that are attached more to the inner part of the leg. Semi-tendinosus, something like that. And a tiny little bit of rolling in from the thigh with the right leg. So imagine that you're trying to bring your bum cheek back down towards the floor. And again, you don't have to force yourself into any position. Just feel what feels right. Gently walk the hands back in. Take your left hand behind the back, right hand reaches up, Squeeze the bum, press the hip forwards. Press down through your left shin and the right foot. Gently lower. Swap the legs around, take the left leg forwards, sole of right foot to the inner thigh. Slide your butt cheek back a touch. Feel spacious and open. Inhaling, lift the right arm up, side bend over towards the toes. If you're feeling really bendy and you don't end up rounding the chest towards the floor, you're welcome to go as far as your body allows. Again, there's no need to force yourself. Let your right butt cheek feel heavy. Inhale, open the chest, windmill the arms over to the back. Take the right hand to the floor, left hand reaches as far as your body wants to go. Here, just feel the rib cage expanding and each part, each bone or each space between the ribs expands even more. Gently lower the hips back down to the floor. This time turn the chest. If you think about pulling your left hip bone back at the same time that you slide your heart over the center of the leg, that can help you find a slightly deeper feeling in your hamstring. You may already notice a difference between both sides here. It does look like some people are struggling a little bit more on this side. But it's all good. And soften your eye gaze. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. And then windmill the arms over to the back. Find that lightness in your inhale as you lift your hips up. And as you exhale, explore the space. Gently lower back down. This time, chest heads into the big space in front of you. Notice if you're holding tension here. Is it along the spine? Is it around your neck, your shoulders, your inner thighs? Take one more breath in. One more breath out. And then gently roll up. Take your hands behind your back. Open the top, open the hips. And slowly return back down to the floor. Bring the soles of your feet together. I can't believe how quickly the time has gone. It's insane. Cross your right arm underneath your left arm and wrap the arms into eagle. If that feels too uncomfortable or not achievable, take your left arm across the body and then slide your wrist down to the bottom of the elbow, so we get that same stretch around back of the rotator cuff. And then tuck the chin and just roll down. So here, slide your hip bones backwards, suck your belly in as you go. And if you want a little extra here, turn your hands to the left side. So it's your chest stays forwards, but we just slide the hand from here to here. And then you're aiming the back of your left hand down towards the floor to deepen that sensation through the shoulder. Okay. If your hand is by the elbow instead, you can still do that. You're aiming to lift your elbow up and the back of your hand down. And notice the space this creates in the upper back and the inner thighs, and even in the lower back. Just everywhere, really, doesn't it? Take 3 more breaths. And then slowly roll up and we swap the arms around the other way. So this time the left arm is underneath, the right elbow crosses just outside. So we go over and outside, wrap the hands round and drop. Or your left hand drops down to your elbow, so you can go just above the elbow. Shoulder stays down as you pull across. And you can just allow the arm to hang. If you wish to, you can change your legs. You're welcome to stay here or take both legs out wide this time. Again, it's a personal preference. And then for that extra stretch in the rotator cuff, take your right hand through the right arm, bends more over to the right side, lifting the elbow up and pulling the hand down. Take 3 more breaths. And gently come back up. Relax your arms. Roll down onto your back. Gently lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Walk your hands underneath and clasp into bridge. So here, as you do that, just climb up onto your shoulders a little bit more. Press the backs of your arms and your fists down into the ground. Just check your feet at hip distance and that you can press down fully into the heels and the balls of the feet. And it will squeeze of your buttocks and all the muscles along the back of your body. And then see if you can edge the center of your chest towards your chin more to create a deeper back bend. Of course, if you feel any pain in your lower back at all, back off. If you wish to go into the full wheel, you can, the hands just above the shoulders. But you don't have to. Yeah, everyone just draw the inner thighs in towards each other. And everyone, you can lift your heels, even if you're bridge or if you're in wheel, you can lift your heels and walk your feet in a little bit closer to your shoulders. Nicely done. Now feel empowered here. Wherever you choose to be, it is a strong pose. Feel fully grounded with the parts of your body touching the floor and spacious through the front of the body. Slowly back off. Release the hands. Roll the spine down along the floor. Hug the knees in towards your chest. And then crossing your right thigh over the left thigh. Lift your hips up, slide them to the right side of your mat, place them back down, and then roll the legs over to the left side into twist. Shoulders stay anchored down onto the floor. You can place your hands on top of the left, on top of the legs even, just to guide them down to the floor a little bit more. Or adjust your position however you need to make it work for you. Gently turning your eye gaze down to it. Along the right arm, down to the palm of your hand. Observe your breath and how it's moving your body. See if you can surrender. Really more breaths here. Enjoy every single part of it, because it feels so good, doesn't it? And as we transition over to the other side, take your time. Uncross the leg. Cross the other leg over, so the thighs are crossing. Lift the hips, land them over to the left side of the mat, and then allow the knees to fall to the right side. You can fill any space that you have with pillows or cushions. Eye gaze turns to look down to the left hand. Allow the stretch to travel into the neck. If it feels too much, your eyes up. And then stay present in this moment, counting your inhalations, a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhaling for longer than 4. Quite a little movement in the body. And then roll your knees back to the center. settle into a position that feels comfortable. Maybe wrap yourself up and we'll grab some cushions. And then have you stayed with your count? And can you bring it back? Inhaling all the way down into the belly. So you feel the belly filling, the rib cage expanding, the chest floats. And on the exhale, the belly falls. And so does the rest of the body. Anytime your mind starts to wander, see if you can bring it back into the count. Never be harsh on yourself if you do get sidetracked or distracted. We are all learning. No one will ever be perfect. So we should stop treating ourselves as if we should be. Draw an energizing breath into the body. And as you let it go, welcome movement back in. Doing whatever your body needs to reawaken. Whatever your instincts tell you to do. And in your own time, in your own way, sit yourself back